Welcome to Product Talks with Albert Lee Seed. Today we're talking about the Blue River organic soybeans from a maturity of 3.0 to 5.2. My name is Mac Ehrhardt. I'm the chairman of Albert Lee Seed, and I'm joined by Jake Hansen, who is our product manager. And we're going to jump right in and start talking about these organic soybeans for the 2025 planting season. The first one we're going to jump in and talk about is a product that was new last year called 30B4 at the top of page 28 there. By the way, I didn't say this. The catalog we're looking at is directly, we're actually looking at the live version of it from our website, there's a nice clickable version of it on our website you can look at. Or if you'd like us, we can send you a hard copy. Just give us a call, or you can actually order it from the website as well. 30B4, new launch last year, just tremendous top-end yield, with also combined with very good all-around disease resistance, good north to south and east to west movement, and we believe that it eventually will replace Blue River 29 DC5, which has been a customer favorite for many years. But this is the first year we're launching it, or the second year rather, and we're still checking out to make sure that organic farmers prefer the 30B4 to the 29 DC5 before we make the complete switch. Jake, did I miss anything there?
The only thing I will add to that one is its ability to move east and west. This one regularly showed up towards the top of a lot of yield trials, university yield trials in Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, all the way out to Ohio. So very, very pleased with how it yields. You can take it south well into Missouri, central Illinois with ease. It's going to do just fine. One watch out, or one thing I will point out, this one is a little bit larger seeded. Probably going to come in at about 110,000 seeds per bag. So I'll just pay attention to our performance table at the end of our soybean section here. You'll see a column that says packaging, and it lists out all the beans, and they're either going to come in 140,000 seeds per unit or 110,000 seeds per unit. And I believe the 30B4 is one that is going to be 110,000. And all the beans are priced accordingly. We want to make sure that for ease of transport, ease of packaging, it's pretty tough to fit this bean into a 140M bag without making it a 70 or 75 pound bag. It just makes it easy. So pay attention to that column in that performance table here at the end of the soybean section.
Thanks, Jake. I'll talk a little bit about 34A7, and then you can grab the next one.
Sure.
Blue River 34A7. Many of you on this call know this variety. It's been a popular bean with Blue River customers since how long, Jake?
Since Blue River became Blue River. So
this is literally a 20-year-old variety, and it still continues to be a top seller for Blue River because it has performed so well on organic farms. We believe the variety below it, in fact, we know the variety below it yields more. Whether or not it becomes as successful with organic farmers as the 34A7, time will tell. But 34A7, it honestly at this point speaks for itself. It's just been a tremendously consistent performer on organic farms, doing a nice job of filling up the row and helping with weed control, and really good heat and drought tolerance as well. Jake, you want to take third? Did I miss anything there?
No, I don't think you missed anything. Okay. You called it out pretty nicely. But coming into competition with that 34A7 here is the 3418, a little bit newer bean, more of an improved variety in terms of disease resistance, and maybe a little bit higher on some of the stress tolerances that we see in this maturity range as well. But very stable yields, as you can see right there, right below it, that's a quote directly from one of our customers, regularly hitting 75 bushels per acre last year. So a lot more top-end yield to this one, I think, over the 34A7, with strong emergence, strong standability. This is another one that we sold out quick of inventory last year, and I suspect we'll do the same thing again this year. It does so many things right, and giving it that little extra yield bump really helps it out.
Thanks, Jake. I think also this one is another one that will come in 110,000 seed unit, if you check out the product table. The next bean I'm going to talk about is the one on the top of the next page, Blue River 35Y4. As the name indicates, the Y in the middle tells you that it's a yellow Highland bean, and this is a true food grade hybrid, food grade variety. We launched this last year. Time will tell whether the food soybean buyers like this variety or not, but it basically has everything that they're looking for, and it also is one that farmers are going to like because it yields significantly more than the bean that it replaces, which is the 35 F2. So it's widely adapted. It shows consistently has proteins above 41, often over 42, and good season-long health and standability.
Yep, thanks, Mac. Next up here, Blue River 39R4. It's a 3.9. I will call out real quick, the R stands for brown. In this case, it is a dark hilum, brown hilum. So this is just a feed grade type bean. But this one really spoke to us, I think, because of that last bullet point there. It does have that STS excluder built into the genetics here. So it does have a very high tolerance to salty soils. So that's something to keep in mind if that is a problem on some of your acres. This is the one that can really perform in those environments. It is a medium tall, more of a bushy type plant, so it has no problem filling up a wide row, and it stands extremely well. So between stress tolerance, yield potential is pretty high, and that salt excluder, it just really kind of spoke to us and with its ability to perform on a lot of acres.
Thanks, Jake. Blue River 42D40 was new 2 years ago. We brought it on as kind of a filler bean because we ran out of the other soybean at that maturity and discovered that honestly it was better than what we were selling. So we switched to this one. And 42D40 has really nice top end yield potential. Also another medium tall plant that's bushy enough to fill up the 30-inch row. It is a black hilum bean, although it's not numbered that way because it was introduced before we launched our new numbering system. And it has cyst tolerance, widely adapted, and plant it with confidence.
Yeah, and I'll say this is another one that saw quite a lot of success in a lot of university trials, again, in that 4.2 maturity range. So east to west, it has done really well. Feel confident with this one. Anywhere you need that maturity 4.2 up to maybe a 4.5, it's going to do really well. Next up is a 4.5, another virtue bean. We talked a little bit about that in a previous video. This is the V4520S. This is another one that it might have that salt excluder. I'll have to double check on that. But strong performance in that 4.5 zone. Heavy soil types is going to be it does really well. The only watch out maybe is those lighter, sandier, droughtier soils. Not going to quite see the overall yield potential with it there versus that medium to heavy. But again, another one that does have no problem filling up a row, bushier plant. Very defensive type in those heavier soil acres, good disease tolerances all around. And it does have resistance to that stem canker as well. So very pleased. This one has seen some more popularity as we move east, especially out into the kind of the Atlantic regions. It's been very strong there.
Thanks, Jake. We're getting towards the end. If we turn the page, we got 2 more beans left. These are both also virtue beans. Virtue 4921 has outstanding top end yield potential at that 4.9 maturity. It does have the salt excluder for those of you that have saltier soil environments. It does its best work on medium to heavy soil with good, medium to heavier soils. Probably not the best choice for real sandy ground, but for top end yield potential, it's hard to beat. I miss anything there, Jake?
Nope, I don't think so. And it's going to be similar story here with this last one, the Virtue 5422 at a 5.4. This is our latest bean in the lineup and the last one. But this is another one as we move east, has been very strong in some of those Atlantic regions, southeastern Pennsylvania, in the Delmarva area. It's been a real nice strong bean. Defensively, it can handle a lot of diseases. Medium tall plant, fills a row, really just as good as anything. I have seen this one in southern or central Iowa as an experimental, and boy, this is one that definitely has some height potential to it. Really fills a row, extremely nice. But you can even push it into some poorer soils if you need to. But overall, I think as a 5.4, very strong bean.
All right. And with that, that concludes this video, and where we talked about the Blue River organic soybeans from 3.5 or from a 3.0 to 5.4. If you're interested in earlier soybeans, there are other videos on this channel that where you can look at, you listen to us talk about the earlier type soybeans. We appreciate you coming today. Appreciate your business, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us or call us here at Albert Lea Seed. Talk to your dealer or your RSM. Thank you very much.
Thank you.